Hello everyone, my name is Mehek. Welcome back. I hope you all are doing fine. You're here to discuss another new book that I finished reading. The last 1 week has been really low for me, as in I was feeling really low on energy, and I don't know, it's just maybe the lockdown effect that's finally catching up on us. And I think at this point of time, maintaining your mental health is so important. So I hope you are doing that. And I'm just reading new books and, trying to divert my mind and keeping myself as positive as I can. Okay. I finished reading this book called The Green Witch. It's by Aaron Murphy. So, usually topic per se, witchcraft is something that has always, interested me, and I'm always very curious to know more on it. Like, whether fiction or real or talking about TV series. If it says the witchcraft, I have to read about it just out of curiosity and you know as a subject it really interests me. So this book, which is called The Green Witch, it's basically people who fine tune themselves with the nature and who learn how to use the many plants, herbs, and various things available in nature for various benefits and purposes. Like your midwives and your herbalist, or people who basically heal using all the natural components, can be called as green witch. So people who want to get onto this path and know about how different herbs and plants can help you in various medicinal benefits, or general how you can incorporate them in your life, so various other benefits, for them this book is a wonderful read. So I mean, to come to think of it, I feel that all our grandmothers and nani, dadi, and everyone were like green witches, because I remember my nani, every time I used to go to her for with some problem, she used to always have some solution which was related to something that you can find in the kitchen, or in the garden. She used to have something for my hair, for my skin, for my stomach pain and everything, and usually it used to be anything and everything available in the kitchen. And that is exactly this what this book talks about. Things that you can find in your kitchen, in your backyard garden, in the nature around, that you can use for your benefit. There are few things in this book that I would like to just quickly tell you about. For example, there's a chapter on tips for improving your home, which basically talks about cleansing the energy in the home. But there's one particular topic, subject that I really like, is that sometimes we see in the dining room, you have, there's dining room, there is work related stuff there, there is toys of kids, books and shoes, and it's all cluttered. So the author says that's not a right thing to do, because there's too much of clutter and mix of conflicting energies in one room. So it's always better if you have rooms dedicated for various other purposes. That kind of helps in purification. The author has also mentioned how you can use incense stick for the purification of home. Another thing is yeah, the magic of trees. So usually we all know about hugging of trees, and how usually hugging a tree kind of brings this happy feeling. But for example, in a lot of things we use different woods for different purposes. So similarly, the author has mentioned here, there are various, for example, when you talk about oak is usually for harmony and good fortune. Similarly, when you're talking about pine wood, it is for healing and prosperity and everything. So for people who are making their own furniture, or any wooden related article, they could think about using these woods in those materials. And similarly, you have for flowers as well, like carnation brings energy, luck, and healing, and daffodil is for luck and fertility. So maybe if you're giving a flower bouquet to someone, depending on what purpose it is, you can include these flowers. I think it's all about any gesture that you do, using these for example, there's a chapter on brewing your herbal teas as well, and tea for everything, like teas for mental focus, and bedtime tea and everything. So any gesture, like in this book, it is said that any gesture that you do can become a spell, or can be directed towards the intention that you want to achieve. For example, usually I feel when the evening tea that we make, we always have this thing, that I'm going to make this tea and I'm going to feel better. So with that intention, you're making the tea, and I think that just does the magic for you. Similarly, the author has given, in this book also, that you can make this bedtime tea using the various herbs. Like there's a chapter on herb, like, what rosemary you can use for, lavender is for what purpose. Similarly, there is a chapter on stones, like, what you can use amethyst for, or, you have your stones like clear quartz and rose quartz. A fact, I have a rose quartz with me. So I read it in this book, that rose quartz is usually used, to convert negative energy into positive. And I just got this stone, it's a lucky stone for me, and I just carry it with me and I keep it next to my bedside. And usually when I'm sitting to pray or meditate, I usually hold it in my hand. And for some reason, I just, because I have this thing in my mind and intention, that as soon as I'm going to hold this stone in my hand, everything is going to become better and positive. And that exactly, I think, the stone does. As soon as I hold it in my hand, I feel this positivity in me. And that's what the author has said in the book. So anything that you do, whether it's working with herbs and flowers or stones, it's really important that you put your intention into it, and for it to give you maximum benefits. So for someone who is looking out to work with herbs and flowers and stones, and in your daily lives, how you can use them in your teas and in your balms, and there's a chapter on bath salts as well. So so if you have interest in all these, working with all these things, and how you can inculcate their benefits in your life, and bringing things like prosperity, luck, harmony in your life, then definitely this book is a must read for you. And again, I picked it up from Amazon. I think this costed me like 1,000-1,200 bucks, I think. Yeah, but it's a very interesting read for someone who wants to fine tune themselves with nature, and just explore what the nature has in store with us. So yeah, let me know if witchcraft as a topic really interests you, and if you happen to pick this book up, and or if you are picking up any book and reading, let me know. Yeah, that's it. Thank you so much, and have a good week ahead, and we shall meet next week with a new book. Thank you.